Hey guys, how's it going? It's 8-Bit Eric. Welcome back to the channel. So Xbox Series X and Series S got an official walkthrough today that showcased some of the features, discussed some of the UI, and was overall rather interesting. So we're going to take a look at this, react to it. We're going to read an article. We're going to give our thoughts and opinions on this whole walkthrough, which is hyping up how fast the load times are and being able to use the quick resume to switch games at an instant. It's very neat to look at. I can't wait till the Xbox Series X comes out. If it's your first time coming to the channel though, guys, why don't you go ahead and click the red subscription button down below. Enable your bell notifications so you do not miss when I upload. So here we go, guys. Xbox Series X and Series S walkthrough is a day one primer. Microsoft also showed off how fast the console is at switching games, which is amazing. And then here we go. We got our Series X and our S. Says, in case you haven't heard, Microsoft has two new Xbox consoles being released in just a few weeks, Series X and S. We've already taken a close look at the more powerful Series X, but if you want to see a video on the new console in action, including the redesigned UI and a number of other new features, Microsoft has you covered. The company has just shared an extensive walkthrough of what it's like starting up the Series S or Series X for the first time, highlighting how fast the two consoles are. So here is the video that was posted. As a matter of fact, I got you covered, boys and girls. Let's go ahead, make this sucker bigger, and we'll take a quick look. We will skim through, so you can see. But Harrison, I'm a mind reader. I can right here, we have two gentlemen showing the full demo.
Let's turn this thing on.
So here he goes. Start up.
Exciting time for the team. So much work has gone into this. I bet you're.
Here's the official start up. I mean,
the team's been working on these consoles for years at this point, so we're all just really excited for gamers all around the world to get their hands on it.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited for this.
When you turn on the console, it's home, of course.
So here's the home screen.
First thing here, the team has really spent a lot of time over the last year plus, really simplifying, optimizing.
So it definitely looks clean and simple. Doesn't look much different than the Xbox One's UI. I do love the clean look. Everything is just visible and easy to see. But let's go ahead and see what he says about it.
Finding the experience on Xbox here to really make it one. Simpler, more accessible for people who are new to Xbox, who might not have ever had an Xbox console before, and then two, to make it a lot more powerful and useful for people who are those upgraders and those kind of loyal Xbox gamers. So,
all right. So he said the key was to make it simpler and cleaner for accessibility for people that are brand new to the brand. Because I remember when I first got a PS4 and Xbox One, I was a little intimidated. I was like, oh my gosh, how do I use this interface and stuff like that? So it's cool that they're looking out for people.
When I land here on home, really the intention of home is to give you quick access to the games that you were playing recently, as well as give you easy ways to discover new games to play.
All right, so quick access to the games you've been playing, easier access to the games, to new games.
Sure, so this is exclusive to Xbox Series X and S. These are our new dynamic backgrounds here. We have one for each color that you can pick on the system.
Dynamic backgrounds, okay. So it's like a movable background and stuff like that.
Play a game or two on their console. So what do you want to play first? Let's jump into something.
Yeah, let's just dive straight into Gears 5 here. I think that's
all right, they're gonna load up Gears 5.
And
wow,
the big reason why I wanted to start with this game here, this is obviously a game from the Xbox One generation.
Oh man, that looks pretty good.
Really like a visual showcase at the time. Really stunning game. And the Coalition has done a lot of great work to really make this game shine on Xbox Series X and S. So they've gone and done all the optimization work for it. We see this game now running at a beautiful 4K 60 here.
So Gears 5 is gonna be running at 4K 60 frames per second. And did you see how quick, once he clicked the icon on the home screen, how it loaded the game up? That was pretty impressive.
And it's just looking better than ever before. One thing to really call your attention to here are
120 frames.
Detail of the textures, and that's because we are actually using the same textures that we use in the PC version of Gears 5 when it's running under ultra settings, and that's something that we couldn't do before on Xbox One X, but now we're able to do on Xbox Series X.
So the same texture settings that are on PC ultra settings are being used on the Series X.
So it's really, really great to see the game just looking phenomenal here.
And in versus multiplayer, that frame rate's going all the way up to
And this footage is not doing
that's
it
actually
justice.
One of the first things that I did when
You're
I got
watching
access
this
to
on
version of
1080.
Gears, and I fired up the versus multiplayer just to see what the 120 frames per second really feels like. And I think a lot of people can really relate to that jump from 30 to 60 and really being able to feel a difference there. And then going from 60 to 120, it just feels like incredibly smooth. It's kind of like a gameplay experience like I've never had before.
So from 60 frames to 120.
I'm excited to check that out. All right, so maybe you're playing Gears and you want to check in what your friends are up to, or maybe start a party. So let's check out the guide. What's
all right, so they're going to the guide from
all
the middle of the
here is
game.
just hit the Xbox button and it just pulls up the guide, and you can just think of this as our sort of over game menu. So it's going to come up over the top of any game that you're playing on the system here, and gives you quick access to those things that you might want to do while you're actually playing a game. So being able to quickly switch between your games and apps.
So you can check in on your friends, your notifications,
your friends list, your party chats, your messages, your achievements. And really just having all that at your fingertips without disrupting the game at all.
I love it. Let's hit up another game. What do you want to play?
Well, I think we've got to dive into Dirt 5 next.
Okay, quick resume.
Dirt 5.
Let's see how quickly that goes.
For sure. First thing that I want to call your attention to as we're transitioning here is this little quick resume icon at the top. And this is a brand new feature that we have for Series X and S. And what quick resume does is it allows you to instantly pick up where you left off across multiple games in the system. So
quick resume, if you guys don't know, you're able to seamlessly switch between multiple different game titles and resume instantly where you left off. So he's going to be demonstrating that
3 or 4 games
right here.
Probably at a time. Maybe some I'm playing with my friends, some's maybe like a more serious game I'm playing by myself. Maybe there's kind of a more casual game I like to jump into occasionally. And I can have all those games like hot and ready to play.
And it seems like it's a good... See, like, look at that. He jumped right back into the race that he was previously on. So that's good.
Just looking phenomenal.
Yeah, I feel like a broken record, but this is stunning. When you get a console on launch, I feel like
and you know what? I really want to try Dirt 5, even though I think it's also on PS5.
Into dirt,
but
flying everywhere. It's just a really cool showcase of next gen. But of course, we've talked about this game being on Series X and Series S. Let's go back in time. Big focus on Xbox has been compatibility.
So
let's showcase a back compat game. What do you want to showcase?
They're going to demonstrate backwards compatibility.
Let's just jump over to Subnautica, which is a great game from Xbox One as well.
All right, so they're going to Subnautica.
As soon as we quick resume back over to this game, is
Game Pass title.
These colors in this game are looking better than they've ever looked before. So let me just dive into the water here.
All right,
and
so
that's actually all thanks to a new feature that we have, a platform level feature called Auto HDR. And this does exactly what it sounds like, and it adds HDR to games that have never had it before, which is...
So this is showcasing the Auto HDR that's adding HDR to games that never had it before. It's a way of boosting them up and optimizing it. Subnautica, it's an Xbox One title. So this is an example of a backwards compatible title. I hope they show an original Xbox demonstration or something.
Crazy impressive feature, and even games for the Xbox 360 for the original Xbox.
You can see it beefs up the colors a little bit more.
Launch day game on the original Xbox in HDR, and it's just really kind of breathing new life into these games, and these fantastic classic games on Xbox.
Fusion Frenzy, one of the first game that I ever played on Xbox. So I'm definitely excited to jump in, and that's what we've kind of been talking about. Thousands of games across 4 generations.
So yeah,
okay,
they're
I'm looking at this game. This is pretty
really
awesome.
boosting up the whole thousands of games
so
across all 4 generations.
A few tweaks to make it even better.
So
yeah, for sure.
Very excited about that. And they're going to go on to go about the controller and stuff like that, but I'll leave a link in the description down below so you guys can see the video for yourselves. The focus on all here was all about the speed, which is what they showed, the quick resume and all that, how fast the things load, how fast you could switch between them, add new titles, how you can access everything like that. Again, I feel that this next console generation is going to be all about the accessibility and how fast you can load in between and switch out between apps and games like that. How going from the game to the menu for both PS5 and Xbox Series X, it seems that everything has been streamlined and made a lot more simpler for the casual gamers to be able to access the features and stuff that they have on here. So definitely an exciting video to watch and view. It's definitely getting me more hyped up. I can feel like my heart beating a little bit faster and excitement. What are you guys' thoughts? Why don't you guys comment down below and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a great day. Peace out.